I'm in my head again. I was raised like that, so I guess I never really changed like that.
Well, hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Alright guys, so I am excited to welcome you to my Halloween series. This is 13 days. Now guys, 13 days is going to be 13 days out of October that I film Halloween related videos. I'm going to be doing Halloween looks. I'm going to be doing scary videos that you've never seen before. I'm also going to be sharing scary stories from you guys. Yeah, that's right. You, my subscribers, can send me your scariest, spookiest story, and you have a chance of having your story featured right here on the channel. Now, you can do it anonymous if you want, or I'll say your name. It don't really matter. The email is down below in the description box. If you got a scary story, go ahead and send it to me. You got a chance to get it featured. But today, for our first episode of 13 days, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I've got 4 spooky stories from my subscribers. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Mandy. I do a lot of makeup related videos. Now sometimes I'll go off track and do something else I'm interested in, but I promise not to disappoint you all the time. Now guys, let's read the first comment from my last video. Which was my November BoxyCharm Premium Spoilers. Congratulations, Karen Galvin. Karen says, hey, first, love your videos so much. Thank you for updating us on subscription spoilers. Well, thank you, honey, for taking the time to watch and comment on my videos, and I really appreciate you having your bell on, and I love you so, so much. Now, guys, if you yourself would like to get a shout out, make sure you leave a comment under this here video. You're going to have 1 out of 2 chances of getting it. You could either set your bell and try to be first at it, or you could be one of the comments I pick. You never know. I might pick you. Now, stay tuned till the end when I read the comment that I did pick. Alright guys, so we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, I've got 4 stories. I'm going to try to fit all 4 of them in this video. Hopefully I can. Now my first spooky story is coming from Stephanie Carter. She actually titled her own story. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And this one had me shivering. This is called The Old Lady. When I was about 10, me and my mom lived in a trailer park. One night I woke up out of a dead sleep to my bed shaking. Literally felt like someone was under my bed kicking it so hard and fast. As I cover up my head and scream, I remember I looked in the corner by my closet and there was an old, mean-looking lady. She was so scary looking, looked like from the 1900s. Her dress was very old. She looked pale and dull looking and had a bonnet on. I screamed for my mom. I felt her getting closer and closer to me. Finally, my mom opened the bedroom door. The bed stopped and the old lady was gone. I slept with my mom from then to about the age of 13 years old. I was in tears. We moved after I turned 13 and got a home on the other side of the woods, behind our old trailer. One day I was walking with a friend back to her trailer in the park. We cut through the woods and came across an old cemetery. It was very hard to make out any lettering on any of the stones. Most of them were tattered. Most of them were broken. We did find one that the only thing we could see was the date 1821. Now that I'm older, I truly believe the old lady was from this cemetery. Now that I'm older, the house I'm now in has a little boy that is about 7 to 8 years old. His hair's blonde and he likes to play a lot. Thankfully, when my son is gone, he knocks on walls, and today my daughter got to hear him. This is a different story. Wow, Stephanie, I'm shaking in my boots right now as we speak. Now, guys, for story 2. Now, this story, they wanted to remain anonymous, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's go ahead. And this one is called My Son's Dad. When my youngest son was 9 months old, his dad passed away. Fast forward 2 years after that, my son was playing outside at his pawpaw's house, his dad's dad. There are railroad tracks no longer in use where my son's dad would walk up and down when he was thinking or stressing out. He would call it pondering. My son obviously wasn't old enough to remember his dad, and he only knows his daddy loves him. His pawpaw told him it was time to go in. He told him, "Hold on, Pawpaw, I'm talking to the man on the tracks." Not seeing anyone, Pawpaw asked him who he was talking to, and he told him it was a man in the picture that was on his wall. He told his pawpaw, the man told him that he loves and misses him, and he was pondering. Chills everywhere. And then inside my son points to the picture and says, that's the man on the tracks. Ever since that day, I have felt comfort knowing his daddy will always be with him. Now that's not really being too scary, but I had to fit this story in because it just touched my heart. I mean, it is still a spooky story. You know, that's really spooky because we don't know what's on that other side, y'all. Now let's go to story 3. Now, y'all know I can't pronounce anything, so Bianca, don't you come after me. But Bianca Gutierrez, I'm titling this one Mom's Gut Feeling. Now, this one, guys, is not really paranormal, but it is scary, very scary. I was around 16, and my mother and my older sister, 2 cousins, and my aunt went shopping out of town close to Mexico. After a long day, we decided to head back on the long drive back. My mom started having a bad feeling while driving through Guadalupe Mountains, I believe that's how you say that. My aunt tried to comfort her. My mom's gut feelings were usually pretty on point. Not far ahead, there was a car sitting on the side of the road, pointed toward oncoming traffic. All the doors in the trunk was open, super sketchy. As we approached, all of a sudden, a tall man sprints in the median in front of us and gestures for us to stop. I have never seen anyone run so fast, so we swerved and missed him. He runs toward the back of the truck and grabs on, his body hanging off of the bed of the truck, swaying from side to side while we were swerving. He manages to fling himself into the bed. The car parked, started chasing us. It was turning nightfall, and we have a car chasing us and a man in the bed of our truck. I looked at him out the back window and seen him lift his shirt and pull out a gun. Gunfire starts between him and the car chasing us. Everyone ducked besides my aunt who was driving. The rest of us were huddled on the back floorboard crying and praying together, relying on my mother's 911 call. Her blood pressure rises. She froze. Her whole body went paralyzed. I can hear the operator saying, "Ma'am, we lose reception in the mountains. We redial to a different, and it goes to a different station. Our calls keep dropping, and every time we get redirected to a different operator at different stations." We felt hopeless. The man in the back of the truck is getting furious, beating the back glass with the butt of the gun, screaming to drive faster, passing cars in no passing zones. He now has us hijacked. He threatened to kill us if we didn't step on it. We had our hazard lights on, hoping to get pulled over, and he grew more angry. Stretching his body to the driver's side, hitting the glass with the gun, we shut off the lights for our safety. We lost hope. Several officials drove past us, and we started to accept our fate. Just then, we came across an ambush, a roadblock, because they were already looking for him. After 2 long hours, we were saved. We arrived in Roswell, Mexico, the longest 2 hours of our lives. Later, we found out he was high on drugs, and earlier that day, he threatened to kill his own son. Till this day, he has never been granted parole. Now that, guys, again, it wasn't paranormal, but that would scare the life out of me. So I had to include it in here. And I'm so glad it had a happy ending. Alright, guys, now our next story comes from somebody else that is anonymous. This one I called Voice on the Stairs. When I was a kid, I would run up the stairs as fast as I could. I was about 5 or 6 or so. Somehow I started hearing voices, and they started whispering to me, making bets with me like, "I bet you a penny you can't make it to the top of the stairs." I just recall sitting at the top of the stairs having conversations with this voice. Eventually, that voice, which sounded like a man, started to bet me my own life. "I bet your life you can't make it to the top of the stairs." As I got older, it stopped. I never told anyone until one night I was sleeping over at my brother's house. I was 18, he was 22. We were telling spooky stories. I told him about the voice at the top of the stairs, and he got all quiet and weird. Before telling him what it would say, he said, "Didn't it make bets with you?" We looked at each other horrified. A lot of bad stuff went down in my family at that period of my life, and my mother, who was very religious, said there was a lot of evil in our lives. I don't ever think that our house was haunted. It was built in the 70s, but we haven't ever heard that voice again, only when we were little. Till this day, I have no idea what that was. Woo! You guys got some good stories, let me tell you. And remember, guys, if you want your story featured, make sure you send it to the email in the description box below. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my next episode, but get ready for it, guys, because I'm about to spook the pants off of you this October with 13 days. Now let's read that comment that I picked from my last video. Congratulations, Ritzilla yours. I think that's how you say that. Don't you come after me. You know I can't pronounce nothing. Anyway, she says, glad I subscribed. You're always the first to reveal the spoilers. Love ya. Well, I'm glad you subscribed too, and I love you as well. And I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch and comment on my videos, and I love you so, so much. Remember, guys, if you want a shout out, you got to leave a comment on this here video. And guys, please make sure you're still subscribed to my channel. YouTube's taking my subscribers, my likes, my comments. They're taking it all. They're trying to ruin my life is what they're trying to do. If you would double check that, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you're not, then why the hell not? It's 100% free, and it's a gift from me to you. And it's rude not to accept a gift, so you got to take it. So go on down there and hit that subscribe button. Then, if you would, rate the video for me. But you only got one option, guys. You can only hit that thumbs up button because my thumbs down button quit working a long time ago and YouTube won't fix it. I mean, really, it just shows engagement, but it also shows me what videos you guys are liking and what I need to do more of. And there's one more tiny thing before you guys head out of this video.
Damn YouTube.
If you would make sure that little notification bell is set on, that way you don't miss another video of mine. I also do a lot of spoilers, and you damn sure don't want to miss none of them. You'll be on top of everything. And that's it. That's all I got for you today, and I love y'all so, so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.